Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. There may be something that you want to do or a move that you want to make, and you may feel partly hesitant out of a space of potentially fear. When we talk about fear, fear is something that can come up definitely from the ego space, because like our ego is there as a sense of self-preservation. And so like the ego is not bad. The ego has a function, and so it is just functioning. It is also something that we can override if we choose to. And so there may be something where you're like, you know, if I could just get to the other side of this expanse of water, it would be like very peaceful over there, or I'd have peace of mind, or like I really want to get to that other side for like XYZ. And part of you may be like, well, that looks like quite a distance to swim. I don't know how I feel about that. It may be a lot for me. And I'm seeing your guides be like, come on, we'll like be a firefly above you to lead the way. And like, we'll show you how to get there and how to swim and when to do like which stroke and all of that. And so it may be something that you're actually going to bite if you choose to. It looks like you have a lot of support with the choice that you are making. That looks like it's connected with some sort of transition, whether this be like physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, maybe all of the above. I'm seeing double sevens here. Yeah, you want to ask yourself what energy, what frequency, what you are channeling. When I plant these seeds in the garden, like what type of seeds are they? What type of fruit is that going to bring to fruition for me? Because there may be something that you catch yourself doing where you're like, every time I do that, it's just like perpetuating a sense of fear for me or a sense of avoidance for me. Or even you not being honest with yourself in some way. Yeah, I'm seeing something to the effect of fear breeds fear. This can also be somebody around you too, where it can be a habit, it can be somebody around you where you're like, I don't really have good vibes when I'm doing this, or the after effect of me doing this, I don't feel good, or this is affecting my like self-worth or my self-esteem. Yeah, you want to pay attention to it. Especially too because like you can love what you're doing, you can love the people that you're around, the situations that you find yourself in, and still like keep a distance or even set boundaries. Because yeah, if you are like planting seeds and it's coming from a shadow space, like that is what's going to come to fruition, and so it's important. Or if you're like around somebody and you are like co-creating with somebody that is in a lower vibration, that is going to be like the end result of what you're seeing. That's what's going to be the output, is going to like affect your vibration also. So you just want to be mindful of, yeah, this feels very much like a co-creating type of energy. But I mean, it can also be you co-creating with your human too, you know? Seems like this is connected with like long-term decisions. It can be stuff related to like work or even your personal life where you're like building things within your life. Even connecting with your legacy, it can be. Interesting. Yeah, there's something here going on where, and like, I don't know if this is you or this is somebody around you. Somebody had like unsavory intentions, and I mean, this can be like you doing something where you weren't being honest with yourself, or you like knowing that you had a gut feeling and like ignoring it. Something is coming to fruition, and I'm seeing this be connected with like you having a conversation with like somebody that you are connected with or that you have been connecting with, somebody that you are involved with in some way. Meaning, okay, let's break this into an example. Say on Friday night you went out drinking with your friends, and then like when you get back home you're feeling lonely, and so you like drunk dial your ex, okay? Now it's the day after, and your ex has been like waiting for that call for like 5 months, and like you finally gave in and you finally called them. You knew when you were sober that this was not a good situation or not something to get yourself involved in. And now it's the following day and they're like, so last night you said you wanted to meet up. Like, are we actually going to do that? Do you want to get together with me? So there's something about you feeling, remember, energies can be reversed. This can be somebody else too. You would have felt like you weren't in like a clear or a sober or a level-headed or like a centered state of mind when you did something, and so now that thing, it's kind of like the karmic after effect of dealing with something that you may look at it now and be like, I was in such a shadow space when I did that, or like, you know, I should have told this person the truth and like I wasn't really being honest with them, or like I didn't confront this when I should have, or like I was avoiding this and so like I let that thing happen over there. Whatever this is, you would have a feeling that you didn't do this from an empowered space. And so something then comes to fruition that's connected with that. And I'm seeing this be connected with like a conversation or a message, something, some sort of communication that you have with somebody about like connecting with them or meeting up with them or getting together with them in some way. And this looks like a very close type of relationship where you guys would even become or be becoming some sort of like unit or something together with this person. And a decision needs to be made about this. Now, you being in a centered space may look at this and be like, yeah, I may have committed to this in the past, but now this is something that I'm looking at it and I'm like, my higher self knows better, and this is actually something that, like, even though in the past I wanted this, I'm not just going to, because I have my foot in the door, or this person does, I'm not just going to go along with it, because now I can see that this wasn't something that's actually in alignment with me. But it seems like there's a choice that you get to make where, like, you can either continue with this, or you can face it right now and do something about it so you don't have to carry on with this thing that you may recognize, because there's a recognition now that something is going on that's out of alignment, or that it would be out of alignment for you to carry on and continue doing this or to actively participate in what this is. You may have not initially seen it like that, but now there's a recognition that something is going on that you feel very much is coming from a shadow space. It's about making the tough decision is what I'm seeing here. This may not be an easy thing to do. As I said before, when you initially did this, like, you may have been so involved or so caught up in the moment that you were having like a hard time seeing from a zoomed out space what your intention was or what this other person's intention was when you did this. But now I'm seeing you be in a space where you recognize there's something vibrationally off with the intention. And so you get to make a choice as to like whether or not this is something that you want to continue with, because you have the opportunity to cut it off. It would just be about you actually applying yourself, initiating, making a choice. And it's something that it's come to light now. To have the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck with this means that like you know what the right decision is for you to make. You just haven't made the choice yet, and it may be a tough choice that you could have been or be putting off just because, like, yeah, the repercussions of this may feel extremely uncomfortable. or it may be putting you in an unsavory situation. However, it's time to weigh the options